That's what I'm saying. You never supposed to trust these girls out here, bro. Never trust a girl. These girls would cheat on you, lie to you, straight to your face, bro. It happened to me. They would lie to you straight to your face and cheat on you straight to your face.
I'm different.
Do you still trust women after working in nightlife for 20 years?
You know, obviously you see a lot of cheating. I remember a girl was on a girls' night out in the bar, and her friends left and she got talking to a guy. Obviously she had the wedding ring on. The guy is actually somebody I know very well. All her friends leave. She says she wants to stay. One of the friends kind of lingers for a little while, trying to get her to leave, and knows what's about to go down. The girl just shoos her away. She ends up leaving. So now it's just her and him. Obviously we're walking, you know, we know where this is going to end up. So he's looking at me going, yo, she's married. I'm like, dude, I don't want to part of this, right?
Wow.
Yeah, I don't really know the girl. Anyway, she gets on the phone and she's right near me at the end of the bar, and she calls her husband. Hey babe, Stacy's vomiting and stuff. I'm going to stay with her and look after her. And so I'm going to be home late, or I might just sleep at Stacy's house, you know, depending on how she looks. I don't know who Stacy is, but she sure ain't in the bar at this point, right?
Oh my God.
Right. So fast forward a few hours, you see them making out and the whole nine. They disappear. I believe dumpsters were involved, right? Yes.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Well, he disappeared. It's a hidden spot, you know. He comes back in. He's like, Rishi, I'm out. And I'm like, daps me up, leaves. I'm like, dude. She comes in 3 minutes later, just adjusting herself, calls her husband, has him pick her up at the bar, comes in, and she's introducing him to people like nothing happened. And I'm just like, I'm scarred. I'm scarred for life.
The dating market has reached the point where "trust me" is basically a marketing slogan. The real lesson isn't to become paranoid, it's to stop handing out trust before somebody has earned it. If a man ignores obvious red flags because he likes the woman, he's not being romantic. He's financing his own future headache.
Never trust an attention-seeking woman, right? Never trust them. They cannot be trusted, right? I watched a video yesterday that's saying that women that get a lot of attention, women that seek attention, are the best people to date because they've had many men before, they'll have many men again, and they don't need to, you know, they don't need to cheat, they don't need to seek it elsewhere because they get it all the time. No. Attention-seeking women are the worst people to date, and here is why. It's because they are constantly seeking validation, they are constantly seeking admiration, and they will do anything to get it. Like, everybody likes a little bit of attention, but there is a massive difference between people who just like chronic attention seekers and people who just like a little bit of attention as and when they go out. If you're dating a pure attention seeker, 100% she will cheat on you at some point. She cannot be trusted because she's constantly seeking the validation. And it even gets worse as they get older, because as women get older, they tend to generally, as a rule, get less attention, which means that she will become even more attention seeking, and she will push her actions and the things that she does even more to get attention. This might be by wearing more revealing clothes. This might be by starting to message people on social media. This might be by acting more outrageously more drunk when she goes out with her girlfriends. Whatever it is, an attention-seeking woman will get worse and worse with age, and she will never stop. She will be in her 60s still trying to seek attention, and that is not what you want for your life. Please let me know if you agree. Are attention-seeking women the worst? I'm fully aware that I am a social media presence. I'm not going to say influencer, and that is a kind of attention-seeking in itself. But, you know, hit me with your comments, and everybody have a great day.
Attention is basically currency in modern dating, and some people are permanently overdrafted. If someone constantly needs strangers validating their attractiveness, eventually the relationship becomes less about building something and more about maintaining an audience. You can't compete with an entire internet full of admirers and still expect peace at home.
Being a side dude to women will teach you everything. And the thing that makes me wonder the most is how many guys are out here with the woman they think is the woman of their dreams, and they don't realize what's really going on behind the scenes. Because men and women both cheat, but women are a lot better and a lot sneakier with how they do it. Not to mention the guys that they're cheating with, these guys aren't gonna say a peep. These guys could see you in a party, know that they're banging your girl, and still give you a dap up, still give you a handshake. It's cruel, but it's true. Now, if you're watching this video, are you scared that you're going to be a victim of being cheated on? First of all, If a girl wants to cheat on you, she's gonna cheat on you regardless. The best thing you could do is start vetting out these women before you take them serious, because there's certain women that have a higher likelihood to cheat on you than others. You gotta pay attention to those red flags. You're not stupid, bro. You see them. We all see them. This shit is not a game. You invest into the wrong women, you will learn very quickly that that shit was a big fucking mistake. You can waste fucking years of your life building shit up just for a woman to crash it down.
This is why vetting matters more than chemistry. Chemistry can make you ignore things your brain is screaming about. A man sees the red flags, thinks, I can handle it, and 6 months later he's giving a TED talk about betrayal. The goal isn't to control somebody's behavior. It's to choose someone whose behavior doesn't require constant surveillance.
Just remember that broke women want men to take care of them because they can't take care of themselves. Remember that newly found religious women have just finished their hoe phase and now they want to settle down and use their manipulation through religion to control you. Insecure women want men that they can control, manipulate, and use. Broke women are always the loudest about men that can't provide because they cannot provide for themselves. Women who want nothing in a relationship lack ambition, which means she will likely kill every single one of your dreams or ideas that you've ever had. Remember that women that want control, if you have children with them, will also control you through your children. A wounded woman is a woman looking for a father figure because she grew up either with a shitty dad or fatherless. A woman who never respects you will always cheat on you, and there is no exception to this rule. Women that believe that men cannot bring peace, it's because they cannot bring peace themselves, so it actually makes them anxiety driven and insecure about their abilities to bring you peace, so she'll likely bring you chaos. A woman who thinks she's more attractive than you will always belittle you because she thinks that she's below you, and you'll never be treated as equals. A woman who claims that she's in her healing girl era and is bragging about it on the internet or to her friends and family, just remember that it's all for show, because a true person that's healing doesn't need to brag about it. If she lies about small things, she will always lie about bigger things. If she's comfortable with bashing her friends to you, then she's going to be comfortable bashing you to all of her friends and family. A woman who plays the field is not only a hoe, but is also deeply insecure and uses it to feel wanted and needed, and she's likely using you just to feel wanted and needed. A woman who gets mad that men sexualize her, but she sexualizes herself, is the same woman that has rules for thee but not for me mentality. A woman who is screaming at the top of her lungs that men are not the prize, that men are beneath them, that men ain't shit, is the same woman that doesn't understand what a good man is because she's never had a good man in the first place. The type of woman that you need is someone that is submissive, that will listen to your leadership, who wants to grow with you, who wants to build with you, who believes in partnership and loyalty, who will do anything for you and doesn't disrespect you in the process. Okay, bye.
Modern dating has created some hilarious contradictions. I want a traditional man, but apparently none of the traditional responsibilities apply in the other direction. You don't need someone submissive, dominant, or whatever internet label is trending this week. You need someone consistent, loyal, accountable, and actually interested in building with you. Everything else is just packaging.
No one plays the victim better than a woman who knows that she did you dirty. Listen, she'll stir up chaos in your life, and then she'll say that you're the one stressing her out. She'll break your trust, and when you bring it up, she'll call it living in the past. When really, it's her same patterns showing up again and again. She'll tell you that you have negative energy, while she's the one draining you dry with all the lies, the mood swings, and making you feel like you're walking on eggshells. And you know what? When she finally breaks your heart, suddenly she's the one crying, acting like she's hurting just as much because now she has to deal with the mess that she made. And that's the trick, fellas. She flips the story so it looks like both of you are wounded, when in reality, it was her choice. Nobody forced her to disrespect you. Nobody made her betray you. She could have left if she was that unhappy. But instead, she stayed and she did the damage. And then when it's time to face the consequences, she plays the victim. She puts on a show, tears, excuses, and stories. And if you're not careful, you'll start believing it. You'll start thinking that you are the problem. But don't fall for it. She had a choice between protecting your peace or breaking it. And she chose to break it. So don't sit in the audience watching her performance. Cut her role, end the act, and walk back into your peace, guys. Because your peace doesn't need a victim. It needs you. And ladies, we need to do better. Do the work to heal, deal with ourselves, deal with our traumas, because at the end of the day, we can keep saying men are dogs, men are not good, men are this and men are that. But at the end of the day, if we look back at ourselves and we realize that we only attract the type of people who are a reflection of who we are. So the type of men that you're attracting is saying something about you. So you keep attracting men who you feel are not good for you, or who are dogs, or who are users, or whatever you want to call them, then you need to look in the mirror, because that is telling you something about you. So be very careful, ladies. And guys, cut the script. Don't let her play victim when she was the one that caused the mess.
The victim card is powerful because it can turn accountability into an attack. Women want to create the mess, get upset about the consequences, and somehow you're now responsible for their feelings about it. That's why men need to stop arguing with behavior and start responding to it. If somebody repeatedly disrupts your peace, you don't need a courtroom. You need an exit.
I don't know what's wrong with y'all men today. Today's women are the best women ever for your life. Because today's women are the worst women ever for your life. You have time to focus on you more. Time to focus on your financial growth, spiritual growth, mental growth, your health. You should be focusing on that instead of chasing these women that do not want you. Let me tell y'all something, man. A lot of y'all are barking up a tree that you shouldn't be. A lot of y'all are out here crying for the destruction of your own life, which happens to so many men in the 90s, in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, and the 2010s. We all know by now, we can all see by now, how women changed after the 2020s. It's nothing like it used to be. These women back in the day, let me tell you something. These women, they wanted you to buy them flowers. First you have to talk to them. Then you had to buy them flowers. Then these women want to sit on the phone and talk for hours. I mean, for fucking hours. If anybody know back in the day, y'all know that when we was on the phone with a girl, it wasn't no texting. You would be talking to a girl from like 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. in the morning. Then you had to marry these chicks. That costs money. Then you would have kids. That costs money. Then you would go out and buy a house with this chick. That costs money, right? And now you got a family. And then all of a sudden, now everything changes. Now she doesn't want to be in a marriage anymore. Now they divorce all these men. Then you got a child. So now she done took the child. You don't live with your child no more. And then she put you on child support. I mean, men have lost billions and billions of dollars due to divorce and mandatory child support payments to the state, etc. You men ain't got to worry about that shit today. And y'all niggas keep crying over a woman and trying to be in relationships? Let it go. Let it go, man. End it. Today, more than ever, you could be making so much money. Let me tell you something. These women today, this is all they want for the majority of them. And the teenagers, 18, 19, 20, 30, 40, this is all they want. They want you to take them to dinner. They want you to buy them a drink. And then they want to go home and sleep with their Rolls toys and be passed out and go to sleep. Or they want to sleep with their girlfriends when they get intoxicated. This is all that's happening. That's all that's required today of men, is for you to take them on a date, buy them a drink, and buy them food. Now, a lot of you may say, well, what's the purpose of doing that? Exactly. It ain't no purpose. So you don't need to be doing that shit either. However, if for some reason you say, hi, I want to go to dinner, I want a nice dinner, and I want some companionship, I want a woman to sit down with, take her to dinner, get the fuck away from her. That's it. Don't talk to her no more. Because you want a companionship, not trying to ease into her pants, not trying to ease into a relationship. Let that go. Because all she's going to do is somehow sabotage that. And even if she don't, she's just going to use your ass. And then she's going to leave you. Y'all are blowing so much money to take women on dates today. It is fucking crazy. Y'all out here spending $200 on the first date, $200, $300 on the second date. Y'all niggas are taking these chicks out on dates, but all they're doing is using you to live for free. All you are to a lot of these women is a man who has a debit card or cash to fund her eating, fund her drinks. She will flirt with you. She may let you touch her. She may kiss you or whatever, this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, she's going to keep on pushing and prolonging and prolonging. She's never going to be your girlfriend. She is never going to trade in her single life of dating thousands of men to be able to settle down just with you. You know why? Because you're going to take her out of her comfort zone. And her comfort zone is to be admired by so many men. The same woman that will make you wait months to have sex with will go have sex with her girlfriends in Jamaica after a couple shots. XOX in America did $11 billion last year. You think this is men purchasing these? No, it's not. It's a majority of them, at least 90%. They have replaced y'all with technology. So why aren't you chasing the money? Why aren't you trying to become successful? It doesn't make any sense. A lot of y'all would rather struggle with a woman because you have a relationship to build with bullshit than to just get on the internet and use your phone and laptop to make money. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with y'all.
And this is where men need to wake up. If modern dating feels like an endless subscription where you're paying for dinner, attention, and ambiguity, cancel the membership. Build your money, health, purpose, and peace instead of desperately trying to convince someone to choose you. The strongest position isn't, I don't need women. It's, I don't need to tolerate a bad deal just to have one. At the end of the day, you don't need to hate dating. You just need to stop accepting bad deals. Build your money, your body, your purpose, and your peace. Let people prove they deserve access to your life instead of chasing them for it. If you enjoyed this one, hit like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.